What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. You know, Jason Whitlock is quite interesting, and I think he is delusional, in which we'll find out very soon. But he's entertaining. I do gotta admit he has some level of talent there. Not as much as he probably believes that he does, because if that was the case, he'd be like Shannon Sharp or Stephen A., which he's not. He's talking about them, and they never talk about him. So he can't be who we think he is. But nevertheless, he has some very interesting takes, and I find them to be quite amusing. Not that they make much sense. LOL. But amusing, yes. Okay? Now, again, he has a problem with Deion Sanders, mainly because, you know, Jason Whitlock's one of those blacks, he's a sellout, right? And so a lot of those brothers who are like that, the white man can never come out and criticize black people openly. So what they do is they either hire or partner with a Negro that can come in and fulfill that obligation. And that's what Jason Whitlock and even people like Candace Owens, that's what their job is. Their job is to literally criticize black people when, you know, it would never have been able to happen with whites because it'll be racist. But then let me explain the kind of clip that's getting Deion in trouble, right? Let's play that clip.
We're gonna continuously be questioned because we do things that have never been done. That's the way our life has presented themselves. We do things that have never been done, and that makes people uncomfortable. When you see a confident black man sitting up here talking his talk, walking his walk, coaching 75% African Americans in the locker room, that's kind of threatening. Oh, they don't like that. But guess what? We're going to consistently do what we do because I'm here and ain't going nowhere. And I'm about to get comfortable in a minute. What we accomplished out there today, ain't none of y'all believe that. Maybe a couple of y'all that knew me and know how I get down. They know I'm a winner. We're going to end up winning. Ain't none of y'all thought you was gonna be sitting up here. You supposed to be on the other side, you know, interviewing that or coming asking me, oh, what happened? You said this and you said that, yeah? Now what? Everybody quiet now.
So this is what really pisses off Jason Whitlock about Deion Sanders. He doesn't like the fact that he's a strong black man. He's doing it his way. He's doing it with some level of style, a lot of style, and it works. Again, Deion Sanders was a guy who was an offensive coordinator just in 2020 at Trinity High School in Texas. From there to Jackson State, a winning record in every season, okay? And then building a program, taking those players to University of Colorado, going to 1-0, and this is what he's done. He's been nothing but successful wherever he's been at. A Hall of Famer, doing it also in coaching, okay? Now, Jason Whitlock has the unmitigated gall to not only call Deion Sanders very feminine, but he has a problem with a head coaching overall record of 29-6. Okay? Don't believe me? Let's look at some of the numbers before we play this clip. Not only is he a two-time NFL Super Bowl winning champion, right? But let's go. Jackson State first year, 4-3. COVID year, second year, 11-2. 2022, 12-1. Colorado 2-0. But what Jason Whitlock says next will shock you. Play that clip.
We have this mentality, Steve, in the media, and particularly among black media, that there must be black affirming care applied to Deion Sanders. And I reject that because it's no different than gender affirming care in terms of like, everything must be affirmed. And that's where Deion went into that first game, post-spring press conference, looking to be affirmed. And anybody that didn't affirm him previously, he was going to call out. And Steve, when it comes to sports and when it comes to men, resistance is how you build greatness. It's how you build great men. Whoever the strength coach is at Colorado, whoever the strength coach is at any university, any sports program, resistance is the key. You don't need to be affirmed. You need resistance in the weight room. You go to the military. They're going to provide resistance. It's not going to be, let me affirm you and This is all a feminine approach to sports and to Deion that does not help him. And I'll say this, and people will be pissed at me for saying this, but cut this clip. All you guys out there making YouTube videos criticizing me and Jason Whitlock's a sellout and he's hard on Deion Sanders. I want all of you. I'm talking to all of you. If Deion and this thing goes well, give me the credit because I'm the only one putting any pressure on Deion. I'm the only one applying any resistance to Deion. Warren Sapp, everybody that's got a problem with me, Warren Sapp, and obviously I love Warren. Obviously, but texted me after they went 2-0 on Saturday. What you say now? And I said, it's still early. It wasn't an impressive victory. And he's like, oh man, this is personal. This is personal. I'm like, man, this is not personal.
So as you see, Jason Whitlock attempts to build a concept around this whole idea of strength conditioning. Conditioning and strengthening is what makes a person better with resistance, right? This is what happens with resistance. Now, shortly after that, as he builds this argument that doesn't make any sense, he begins to say that it is because of him that Deion Sanders is going to be successful. Okay, Jason Whitlock. Again, I mean, you're a person that you said you deal with logic and you deal with these other factors. Let's look at something, okay? If you are the strengthening that makes Deion Sanders what he is, let's go back to 1985 when Deion Sanders was a freshman at Florida State. For 4 years, he played. He was, I believe, the number 1 pick that year of the NFL draft. I'm not sure. He came out in 1989. He was either the number 1 or number 2 pick that year. Okay. What happened there? Were you a part of that strengthening for this? What about his 9-year part-time baseball playing career? What did you do there? Okay. Can you tell me what happened? He was the 5th pick of the 1989 NFL draft that year. What did you, and he came behind some really great people. Troy Aikman, Barry Sanders, Derek Thomas, all of those. The only person that was a flop there was the Green Bay Packers with Tony Mandarich. Okay. But what about you? What happened with that? Okay. Now, so he goes and he wins the Super Bowl, 94 with the Niners, my Niners, and then also with the Cowboys. Where were you then? Okay, because I believe your first job was for the Herald Times Bloom. I mean, and like you are not even like before you were hired by the Kansas City Star. He was already a Super Bowl All-Pro cornerback. Okay. You didn't even come to ESPN in 2002, well before Deion was already established. So before anybody really knew about you, you were a nobody to him. Okay, got that. And then he's done everything in his life without even acknowledging you. Let me just say this, who in the do you think you are? Like, this is the kind of black conservatives, is this what we have right now? I mean, we got to think about this because you feel like this guy wakes up in the morning and thinks about you. You're not applying any pressure, okay? This man has been in Super Bowl games. You couldn't even get past Ball State to the league. Again, you're a hater. Not only are you a hater, you're completely delusional, bro. You're sick. You're applying pressure to him, bro. You're a nobody. And this is why some of these guys, even in the Asian guy, he tends to like black people who are sellouts. Steve, because he even mentioned me and some of his favorite manners for YouTubers. I was the person he had the most issue with because I'm not a sellout. Even Steve couldn't believe that stuff. Like you're crazy. Maybe you're sent it to go viral, bro. But like, there is nothing that you do that makes anybody do anything. I think you're just largely miserable. You're on the Blaze. Poor guy. I mean, yeah. The Blaze is not Fox. It's not ESPN. It's not Barstools. You're on none of those places. I mean, in comparison to your colleagues that, you've regressed in your career. So, bro, like, just say that you're a hater and you can never be what Deion is in that equivalent sport. Nobody looks at you as a Hall of Fame podcaster, a Hall of Fame sports show person. You're not that. At best, you're B- level, which you're still good, but you're not up there with the top guys. All right? You're not an NFL analyst. You're not a great sports analyst like those. If that was the case, you'd have your own show. You'd be like Skip Bayless. You're not. You'd be like Shannon Sharp. You're not. You'd be like Stephen A. And you and Stephen A have similar, background stories because neither one of you play with professional sports. You both have Bachelor of Science degrees or Bachelor of Arts degrees, and you took a similar path, and he's there, and you're not because he's better than you. So that's what I'm saying. So, guys, just stop it. So, guys, we think it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again for the episode of A Celebrity Drunk. I really appreciate you for all you do. Scrape the bell. We're out.